So I stacked two positions on that. I'm super pumped. I stacked two positions on that. So I'll take some partials off of one of them. If it continues to push a bit higher, I'll take some partials off the others, and then it's hard advice. Just if I personally would say lock in some profits, and then just see what happens with the rest. And at this stage now, because we've broken this high, we just lock the trade back in now at break even, and that's it. London is still obviously pushing this down, but we're coming into a very strong area around 1781, 71, with a very strong range on the 4H pushing. If it's going to break it, it's going to fly down. But I think if we start to show signs of wick rejections here, and we continue to fail to break it, then I do believe we can have a really nice retracement back up. And we're just taking out the Asian low, and now we're coming back into yesterday's New York low. The highs and lows will change throughout the day, of course. Gold will either trade between the ranges of the Asian high and the Asian low. Abby, did you see the session yesterday? I would actually like to take the trade. Yeah, I don't mind it here, actually. Did you see the session yesterday when I explained how I look at gold?
If USD get weak, gold is gonna go up, right?
USD acted as a safe haven currency just for the coronavirus period. I don't think that's related anymore.
Okay. It hasn't correlated that well with gold in recent times, to be honest with you.
Rox, are you in on gold?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I might wait for. Actually, no. I think I might just see how it plays out. No, never trade like this before.
Oh damn! Look at it; it's going up really.
Any of you guys get into that gold trade with Rox or not?
No, and if it flies up, I will be regretful. And
I got in, mate. I thought, you know what? Let's take this as a piece.
I cross my fingers for you.
If the market's going to go up, it's going to be because of Rox.
Because of his account size, yeah.
Yeah. He's 1,000 lots there. He's going to make the market move up.
See, in my head, if I was going to take this trade, I'd wait for another 15-minute candle to close, and then I'd place my stop above the wick.
I'm definitely more agree with you. I need at least one 15-minute bullish close for that.
Yeah.
You know what will happen, presto? This candle will go bullish. It will close here. It will come back for a pullback here, and we will enter here, and we will have better trade than these guys. We will kick their ass.
Yeah, so I would usually wait for something like, I'd wait for that level to break, and then I either look for this. That's what I would usually look for.
I think Abby just messaged asking, what do you guys think of UCAD right now? Abby, are you going to put sells or buys on that? Sells, I'm assuming, right? Sells on UCAD, yeah.
That 4-hour chart is so messed up.
Which time frame do you trade, Abby?
I would wait for that week be violated around 127,974.
Yeah, Abby, if I was going to sell on UCAD, I'd wait for this 4-hour candle to close bearish, because that would be your overextended continuation trade. It'd be good if I could mark this out for you, but I'll wait till Rox gets back and I'll mark it up on the chart.
I don't know which time frame you're talking about, Abby, but on 15M, it's not doing anything.
Usually for me, when something like this, a week is happened in a current candle, I will totally wait for this at least to break. You know, the 4H candle looks like this here.
Rox, could you open Abby's chart, please?
Yeah. We are painting.
Yeah, I'd wait for that low to be taken out.
Definitely.
And then a retest, yeah, for that.
Yeah.
You need you need a strong bearish candle to confirm that market is gonna truly react to that level. You know, you need to see that the sellers are in control before
Because
you
the low level that you've got, that's the last high low on the uptrend. So you want to see that taken out and then retested before continuations to the downside.
Yeah. So ideally, you would wait for a 4-hour to close bearish, but this 4-hour to close bearish, which would be your momentum shift down, and then you'd be entering on the next wick, which would be your break and retest entry here, looking for sells at this level. If this closes bearish right now, but with a wick on UCAD, and it closes like that, then what you could wait for, if you trade on the 15-minute or lower, is you could wait for a retracement double top and look for the wick rejections here, and then this would be your range to break even here, and then you could go for a sell there. But the safest trade would be to wait for a strong close below this level here, because you got this range to work with. That's how I'd see it.
Yeah, me too. And I think it's a probable situation because USD, I think, will be weak today.
GJ broke back in, man. That's why you always wait for the close, innit? On the 15-minute.
You took GJ.
I didn't take it. I was waiting for the close on 15-minute above the level.
I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't on this live session, I would have taken this a bit more aggressively.
Where would you have taken it?
Here.
Damn.
And stop loss in the same place.
Yeah, I never jeopardized my stop loss. Yeah, in the same place. But I never ever jeopardized my stop loss, basically. I'm happy to
Bro, that
sacrifice.
is insane.
Come on.
I'm
That's
happy.
so not fair.
Are you so are you expecting it to bounce off the Asian low, Forex?
Hold on, let me just manage my trades for a second, buddy.
He's gonna add another 1,000 lots there. Watch the market going up now.
When are we getting our shinies eventually?
Guys,
I don't
if
know.
you're if you're in this trade, so I stacked 2 positions on that. I'm super pumped. I stacked 2 positions on that. So I'll take some partials off of one of them. If it continues to push a bit higher, I'll take some partials off the others, and then. But I'll be honest, I trade slightly different. I'm in a different position than you guys because I can go heavy on my trades. So it's hard advice. Just if I personally would say lock in some profits and then just see what happens with the rest. And at this stage now, because we've broken this high, we just lock the trade back in now at break even, and that's it. Just so you know, I don't have a TP on this. So if it continues flying up, then would you class that a failure to break below key level to back to another major? No. Specifically taking this trade because price broke out of the Asian low, tapping into the New York low here, as you can see. And anywhere there are wick rejections, gold will react from. I mentioned it yesterday. If you haven't watched my YouTube, go and watch it, please. I mentioned it will either break out and continue to maintain a new lower high, or break out and break back in, or it will fail to break it. In this scenario, we have a fail to break it with what pattern? Double bottom pattern again. Okay. And so that's what I'm looking for confirmation to take these trades. Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I love NU. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well done, mate. Well done. Banging cool. I was so nervous about that trade for you because of how far that 4H pushed, but well done, man. Anybody in gold, think about trailing in some profits on this. Don't give back money, man. Seriously, don't give back money. If it continues to push higher, I do want to see it come back to around this level here. We'll see.
Rox, do you not recommend the 2 candle concept on gold then, like 2 15-minute candle concept?
Yes, you can. Definitely.
So if you look now on 15, yeah. So this is the new candles creating the wick, right? If it flips bullish,
Yeah.
did you get in again, or you don't want to get in the middle?
No. This concept that I'm James too powerful on gold. Remember, none of it is wrong. It's just what you feel comfortable trading.
Yeah.
But look here, man. Look, Asian high, New York low. Look at the wick rejections, reactions all the way back. We didn't expect it to get here. That I'd be lying if I said I expected it to get here. But that's why I took my trade here. And then look, New York low, wick rejections again. You see. So now, as I said, I do feel like the sentiment of the market is very bearish, but I do expect it to pull back to at least 1786.13, which is this area here. But we'll see. Just some things for me to think about, especially when taking the lives, is just go in for the trades and don't be thinking about it too much. I know if I wasn't on a live, I'd probably enter here. But it is what it is. We're in this one. I hope some of you have locked in some profits on this already. So now my next plan of action is to do nothing until the New York session. So I wouldn't be looking to trade any of these levels whatsoever. Now it's either price comes back to the Asian high, or we start breaking through the lows, and then I'll trade the trend. Because if the New York low, Asian low gets broken, there's a strong sentiment, a strong bearish sentiment in the market. So I'll look for the retest and then a continuation back down. And then at that point, I probably revert to like the 2-candle theory, or the just pattern trading, like break and retest, etc., etc. I would not look to buy for this level again today, personally, especially if it comes back now and doesn't push higher. If price respected the Asian low, which was around here, I think it was, yeah, if it respected the Asian low, which it was around here, then what I'm looking for the market to do is create that double bottom off that level to take the buy up. But it didn't create it, so I can't buy it. You can take this retest on the way down again back to the New York low if you wanted to, because that's where the sentiment in the market is now very bearish. That's completely fine, but I'm not trading so much the trend continuations. Here I prefer to take the sells from the Asian high. Again, we have that push into the level once, twice, and then take it up here. So the questions I ask myself when taking these trades is, where can price come to? Now, for my first trade, I had a very good inclination that it will come back down to the Asian low here. I never expected it to continue lower, but I'm already out the trade anyway by that point. Once it starts breaking that Asian low, you then have to ask yourself, where is it going to continue to go? So as it starts to break the lows here, where is it going to continue to go? And the chances are that it's going to come back down to the next low. If it's going to break it, then it'll break it. But if it doesn't, then there's a chance now that for today we'll trade between the Asian high and the New York low from yesterday, not the London low, because it's still New York's low. So what I'll wait for now is to see if the markets will continue bearish in line with the sentiment and we start putting in new lows. If we start putting in new lows and respect this structure, then I'll sell it from the retest level, but I have to wait for the wick rejections to form, not on the 1 minute, on the 15 minute, and then I'll sell it on the break. And then if price starts to pull back into these levels here, then because we're trading between yesterday's Asian high, New York low, I will sell it again from this level. Because at the moment, it only makes sense to me that there is more of a sell sentiment in the market than there is a buy sentiment. And now I'm just trying to figure out what the next plan of action will be, whether it will be the buyers that are here, i.e. myself, will be taken out. Will be taken out of this trade, but then the market to continue falling for the rest of today, or whether I don't see that sellers have been taken out of the markets yet. That's the truth. Unless the Asian high was taken out and we come back in, I still think that sellers are still sitting in the market. I kept taking trades early and finding that I was getting stopped out quite a bit in the beginning with this concept. And I had to keep asking myself, how can I avoid this? How can I avoid this? And what do you think the answer is when you think about it logically? I kept getting stopped out early and then it would go in my direction. So what do you think I had to do in terms of just a logical resolution? Yeah, resolution to that problem. Entele, obviously. Exactly.
Don't go.
Exactly, KBFX. Just literally wait for the market to come back to the tops or the lows. So then to build a strategy, I've identified what is not working and I know what I need to do in order to make it work. But then how do I build confluence to make it work? But then I come to gold and I look at gold or any pair and I say, wow, look, when gold creates wicks or highs, we see levels in the market that I've respected. So now I have more to my strategy, which is price being respected. So guys, I'll close out one of my positions now and let the other one run. Nice TP there on that one.